So today, we're talking about frustration. Sometimes punching things is a good way to get that out. I wanted to give you just an example of frustration from when I was a teenager. I was probably 18 or 19, and I was in my first job, full-time job for a doctor. And at that age, I did not like to receive criticism or correction. And every time he would have to bring me into his office and talk to me about something, I would get kind of upset that maybe I couldn't say what I wanted to say. He needed to finish what he was saying. He was my boss and he was the doctor. And oftentimes I would have a tear streaming down. And I'd get so frustrated because I was trying so hard not to let that happen. And the more frustrated I got, the more I cried. So I was reading about a story in Luke chapter 9 where Jesus and his disciples both kind of went back and forth being frustrated. Jesus had actually just come back from his transfiguration where he had probably been feeling peace and love and glory of the Lord, of his Father, right into a situation where a man was calling, Jesus, can you come free my son who's having these seizures because of these spirits? Your disciples tried, but they were unable, so can you do it? And Jesus, paraphrasing, said, oh, you guys of such little faith. Like, fine, bring your son here. And I could almost feel when I was reading it that he thought, here I am back in the chaos, and all of the people around me have so little faith that my disciples were unable to do what I've given them the power to do. And then shortly after that, they were actually on their way to Jerusalem, shortly before Jesus' crucifixion, and they had to pass through Samaria. And as they passed through, the people there did not welcome him. And the disciples were very frustrated and they wanted to punish the people. And then Jesus, once again, I think was a little bit frustrated with the disciples and just kind of said, just let it go. Come on, we're on our way. Let's just go to the next village. So I just wanted to let you know that frustration, I know a lot of you are feeling it right now. I had a chance to see a couple of you over the weekend, socially responsibly distanced away. And frustration was the common theme. Oftentimes, though, frustration can lead into anger, and it's what we do with that we have to be very careful of.
I know you guys get angry sometimes, and we feel like it's not okay to be angry. Ephesians 4:26 and 27 says, in your anger, do not sin. Don't let the sun go down on your anger, and don't give the devil a foothold. I see three things in this scripture. First of all, in your anger, do not sin. That tells us that we get angry. It's natural. It's part of life. The first thing you want to do when you get angry at somebody, you just want to punch them, or you just want to call them names. You want to get back at them. You want to get revenge for what they've done to you. But if we hurt someone physically or emotionally, then we're only going to bring more hurt on ourselves. And obviously, we're going to be sinning against them and against God. So in our anger, we have to decide not to sin. Second part is don't let the sun go down on your anger. We have to do something with our anger. Martial arts is a great way to let out some anger. Some people like sports. They like to hit golf balls when they're mad. Some people like to run or ride a bike, or physical activities are great ways to let off steam. But we can always pray when we're angry. We can always go to God and tell him about it. Tell him how angry we are. There's nothing to be ashamed about. Jesus got angry. God is angry with us sometimes, but he gives us mercy and he gives us grace. The third thing I see in the scripture is don't give the devil a foothold. Every great villain in every great movie is driven by anger. They're angry about something that someone's done to them, and they let it stir up and fester inside of them until it just turns them evil. The same thing can happen to us. If we're angry and we don't deal with that anger and we just keep holding it inside day after day, it keeps growing and growing until it turns us to the dark side and turns us into something that we never thought we would be. And it makes us do things we never thought we would do. That's because we're giving the devil a foothold in our life, a way that he can get in and destroy us from the inside out. So if you're frustrated, if you're angry, first of all, don't sin. Don't take it out on other people. Deal with your anger in constructive ways. Get outside, get out of the room, whatever you got to do to deal with your anger, pray to God and He'll receive that anger and He'll help you through it. But most of all, don't hold it inside. Don't just bury it inside and let it grow. Whatever it is you're angry about, take it to God. He's there for you. And we're here for you too. Don't forget, you can call us anytime, email us, write us on social media, come knock on our doors if you can find us. We're here for you. We love you. We're praying for you every day. God bless.